Hello, my friends, and welcome to this weekly tarot reading, which is a day-by-day general reading for all signs. But the sign that you are here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are new, you're welcome. Just to let you know how this works. And considering this is only the second time I've done this, probably the majority of you are new. What will happen is that I will go through each of the days, day by day. Timestamps will be in the description box below for each of the days, so you can always come back and visit the day and see what it holds for you. But I will be covering the 19th to the 25th. Which we've got some big stuff happening. We've got the solstice, the winter solstice. We've got Capricorn coming in. And obviously we have the widely celebrated holidays of Christmas and Boxing Day for those of you who do celebrate it. So let's get on with today's reading, or this week's reading. I'll start off with December 19th, which is Monday. Now the moon is in Scorpio on this day. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reflection going on. I don't know how you've been feeling, but definitely a bit of soul searching, going inward, allowing our emotions to kind of come up to the surface, particularly when it is this time of year. There can be that thing with emotions because we might end up being in a situation which we're not normally in this time of year. We might end up visiting people that we aren't usually around. But yeah, it's a very interesting time. Can be a very difficult time for people. But hopefully this will bring some light to you all. I hope you're all having a really good time at the moment. I hope you're all really well. So let's start. I'll be using the Cosmovisions Tarot, it's the Cosmovision. It's the Cosmovisions Tarot, isn't it? I say that and I've been using this yes, the Cosmovisions Oracle. It's not even the tarot, it's an oracle, but it is based on a tarot deck. I'll be also using the White Fly Tarot. I'll be using Madame Mendora's fortune cards. I'll also be using the Celestial Oracle, Celestial Bodies Oracle deck, the astrology deck, and I will also be using the Angel Light Bodies, Angel Light Codes deck with some support. So let's see what Monday the 19th of December wants to say to us. We've got the Peacemaker, which is that's the King of Cups reversed. And then we've got Past Lives, which is 13. That's death in this deck. And then we've got the Spiritual Plane, which is the Chariot. Interesting. Death in the Chariot. So it seems like there's some kind of old paradigm, old thought system that's coming to an end. Maybe a way that somebody had been behaving in the past. They had not been very accommodating to others. Which is interesting because I mentioned the whole thing about you being in touch with people that you haven't met before. So just on a random example, this could be a father figure that you've been in contact with, and it could be also a mother figure as well, in the respect of like a. It could be, well, it's indicative of a father figure, but it could be a maternal somebody. It could be a woman that has these characteristics as well. It's not necessarily just a male. But what's happened is that in the past they have ended up making sure that things go their own way. They've almost like forced things to be their own way. So for example, it could be say a very aggressive maternal figure that allows manipulation through her emotions. So she basically she can show that if she gets in a huff about something, then everybody has to kind of please her, kind of thing. Which is also like Queen of Cups, but with the Queen of Cups, there's less of a control on it. Whereas with the, because with the King of Cups reversed, I always see Poseidon as a god really angry. With the Queen of Cups, I see a very hysterical person, a very hysterical woman that is able to really connect to people's feelings and manipulate feelings. And the death of this has happened. So it could be the death in the literal sense of like this person, you know, may kind of like they may have decided to change something about what they're doing. They've decided to just stop doing it for some reason. Just something has happened in order to cause them to reconsider what's going on. Whether or not that's going to help them or not, I'm not sure. But like, let's have a look. Sorry, not that it's going to help them. Whether or not it's going to be... Actually, you know what? That's right, actually. Because I don't know if this might be too little too late. You do have two major arcana cards. So it's almost like an external event has forced this person to go into a situation where they have to end their behavior. That's the way I see it. You've got the Phoenix here, which is the Hierophant reversed. It could be like a divorce. Do you know what I mean? It could be like something like a divorce or a split, or where someone's been made to be on their own suddenly. And all of a sudden, they kind of get a taste of their own medicine in a way. I just want one. Just one. Maybe I'm not supposed to have it. Because I've got other cards that I want to use today. Okay, we got one. So we got the Crow. So wow. So you've got two majors which are upright, which is the Chariot and Death, and then you've got the Phoenix, which is the Crow, and you've got the Phoenix and the Crow, which is the Magician reversed, and then we've also got the Phoenix, which is the. So it's somebody who definitely was taking advantage of the situation. And I don't know if they were like this before in previous lives, and this is them like rejigging some kind of, it's karma. Karma's coming back to sort them out, basically. So, yeah, that's what I see for Monday. Let's have a look. You probably know this person. You probably have been witnessing how this person is being and thinking, wow, they're going to really get away with this kind of behavior. And the answer is no, they're not. They've been like a train wreck, like to a certain extent, and the train wreck has to crash at some point. It's a very manipulative behavior, though, with this king of this peacemaker. Because if we look at it in the context of these cards, the peacemaker, this seems to me like somebody who likes to instigate trouble, who likes to cause trouble in order to make attention for themselves. Real manipulator. I'll just take one. Stellium, interesting. So it seems to me like there is some kind of alignment that is happening. It could also be that maybe a group of people who think the same way have decided to come together, and this was the only time when they could come together, to club together to stop the behavior, or to kind of recognize that the behavior from this individual, from that King of Pentacles, is that destructive. So that's what I see with that. Let's have a little look at some other support, or well, some other things that are going on around. Okay. Wow, we've got the Unicorn, good fortune. Yeah. So it seems like there is some kind of alliance that is happening between people in order to overcome this kind of this energy on a global level. For sure, like I'm definitely seeing that in our systems at the moment. The general public are really coming together against, you know, what is happening, because at the moment we're facing like one of our coldest winters that we've ever had here in the UK. And it's super cold in London. But, you know, people are kind of clubbing together, the sense of camaraderie, the sense of love for each other, the sense of like care. It's coming together. People are really finding out who it is that they can truly depend on and who they can't. Wow, lots of angelic magic around and lots of angelic support there. So, wow, indigo spectrum. And it's interesting because it's a Monday and that is the day of Ajna, which is indigo. So perfect colour of a moon day, of a Monday for Ajna. It's also Gabriel Archangel Day as well. So invoke the kind of energy of your third eye on this day to help you discern between what should be in your energy and what shouldn't be, and club together with people who you can trust. It seems like you're not the only one that recognizes that this individual is quite toxic. So do your best to make sure that you are around people that you can trust. Yeah, strength in numbers, right? Anyway, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed that reading. And I shall now move on to the 20th of December. Bye. Hello and welcome to December the 20th, 2022. It is a Tuesday, the day of Mars. And interestingly, our transit today is Jupiter entering Aries for the second time since May the 10th until May the 17th. So we've got a real opportunity to expand ourselves in the way that we teach others, in how we expand our knowledge towards others, because I think in the respect of learning and understanding things in a much deeper way and in a much congruent kind of better way, in a more in-depth way, right, is how you teach people. If you're able to teach people, you understand how you can learn so much more about what you understand. Wow, that's interesting. I thought I saw Jupiter in Aries then, because I was like thinking, what card is it that's Jupiter in Aries? Any of you who know that, please do let me know. But yeah, that's going to be happening until, when is it? The 17th of May. So this is just a time for you to really expand yourself in that respect, expand your self-knowledge, and just how you, as I said, how you teach that to others. It's a really beautiful time for higher level learning, coursework, studying. You're the master. Everybody hides a master of their soul. Think about what you'd be happy to teach and who you would be interested, and who would be interested in learning from you. So if you've been thinking about like a course or anything like that you wanted to put out there, this might be a good course to, a good time to think about it and think about how you could put that out there. Okay, right, let's see what the cards have to say today. So that will be the 20th of December 2022. The 20th of December 2022, a Tuesday. We have the Lovers and we have Justice. I was just thinking I haven't seen the Lovers too often from this deck, and I really like it. It's one of the main reasons why I got the deck. And I don't need that many cards. I'd probably just have a few more. Okay, all right, wow. So we have Seven of Wands, Justice, the Lovers, Judgment, the Emperor, four major arcana out of 5. So, I mean, there is some stuff that is going on out there, right, my friends? Some real stuff, some really oppressive stuff, and people are coming together to try and like find something that's just helping them to feel okay about themselves. I just feel that, and also with the Seven of Wands, people are feeling overwhelmed right now. They're not feeling okay. And particularly with this Jupiter-Mars transit, it's very important. I mean, here we've got Mars and Leo with the Seven of Wands. So, like, I think with that being that way, It's almost like we have to take stock of, you know, our intellect. We really have. And with that Lovers card here, that's really strong. It's about how we can use our intellect and our intelligence to overcome any kind of oppression. Because there's still some way to go on this. There's still some way to go on this. And this is a very interesting Judgment card. Very interesting. I think it reminds me of Bottom in A Midsummer Night's Dream. But what's really interesting is that it seems like these things are taking, the fish are taking off the head, or taking off the body of the kind of body of the donkey. So that's a moment of awakening. You're awakening from the dream. But what's really interesting, coming back to what I was going to say, was that these bits here, when I don't know, when people are going into like a space of cleansing, particularly within shamanic work, a lot of like black stuff kind of comes off of you. And it's interesting how these fish are like taking it away. And it's very Plutonian energy, so it's and it was reversed. And it's like this sense of regeneration, rebirth. So there has to be a coming together so that people can overcome their fear about their power. This is actually a really necessary process for people to go through. It's almost like people have to be pushed to the limit before they can actually take action. And that's all familiar, isn't it? That's very familiar. It's kind of standard, isn't it? People don't take any action until they really have to, do they? It's really incredible. Anyway, let's see what these have to say. Okay, so we've got Siren. A temptation may lead you astray, and it's reversed. So what that says to me is that the temptations and the distractions are not leading you astray, because you're actually understanding where the true values are, and you're knowing that you need to wake up. And you haven't woken up yet. You know that you need to, or there needs to be an awakening of some sort. Okay, let's have a look at the astrology. Okay, so we've got 12th house reversed. Wow. All right then, 12th house reversed. And then we have Pluto here. Even though, you know, the ruler of the 12th house is Pisces. Oh, hang on. What planetary is it? Oh, my astrology is so bad. I'm so sorry, my loves. But it's interesting how we have 12th house reversed, Judgment reversed. Judgment is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is kind of the reversal of that. Because I know Pluto rules the 8th house. The 8th house, but I don't know about the 12th house. So, but it is a very Plutonian energy, because it's that sense of being unknown. And if it's reversed, it's almost like the moon reversed to me. So that would say that the upside down is on top instead. And that's a very, it's when things are completely not right. And they have to be changed. They have to be set right. Things have to change. They just have to change. Wow. Archangel Gabriel. I love that. Divine inner strength. So this is a real calling. Look at these pinks. I like that. So something is calling for your heart. Kunzite. I'm feeling kunzite. I'm feeling... and in particular, because it's a Tuesday, maybe Thulite as your crystals to kind of work with for this day. And because you've got this, and Rhodonite. Thulite particularly, actually, because of the Lovers. And the Lovers is a difficult choice. You know, this Lovers is very interesting. It's an angel and it's a demon. And they usually would be fighting, but actually they want to love each other, which is the choice. So the Lovers never indicates an easy thing. It's always a decision that's come to after a lot of contemplation. It's pretty hard. So, wow. Amazing reading for Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. If you did enjoy it, please do like this video. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, hang on for the 21st, which is Wednesday, or I'll see you in future readings. Take care, my darlings. Lots of love. Bye. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the 21st of December 2022. Big day today. Sun is entering Capricorn, and we do also have the Sun in Capricorn squaring Jupiter in Aries, and it is also the winter solstice and the beginning of Yule. The winter solstice is the day that signifies the shortest day and the longest night of the year. It's about how we can really understand how we can consolidate all the things that we've learnt, bring it into our subconscious self and our unconscious self, kind of recapitulate it and be able to restructure it and come forward with a true plan, particularly on this day of Capricorn being with the Sun entering in Capricorn. Just an incredible energy for you to take through, or to really... And remember, it's a plan, right? If you make a plan, that's fine. It doesn't have to be like followed completely. But if you endeavor to make every kind of effort that you are going to follow this plan, and I'm not talking about you just saying it out, because the amount of people that I hear go, yeah, I've got it in my head, like what I'll do. I'm sorry. But anybody who says that is more than likely not to do what they're going to do. And that's a fact. Okay, you can go and look it up. You can challenge me or whatever. I don't care. If you write down certain things, then you're more likely to achieve them, for example. It depends, obviously, with the intention. But if you write down things with an intention of formulating some kind of plan that you're going to do it, you're a lot more likely to do it. Okay, if you're one of those people who are like, no, I do everything that's in my head, then you're special. But otherwise... I know that I have to write things down, otherwise I just forget them. Simple as that. But anyway, let's crack on and see what else has to come in for the day. Sun in Capricorn squaring Jupiter in Aries. Now, as I said yesterday, this is just just now with the reading for yesterday. Like, you've got some great optimism that's going on with Jupiter and Aries. Channel this optimism. Help yourself to really go into it. Now, it may be a little bit hard to sustain the optimism, but there is something in the back of your mind. I feel it with that Jupiter Aries that tells you that not only do you know that you're meant for bigger and better things, that there are just so many other things that are waiting for you to take them into your control and for you to take charge of them. So don't be afraid. Step forward into your light. Anything that you want to go and study, go for it. It's waiting for you, my friends. It's waiting for you. The moon is also in Sagittarius. So that's why there's probably a lot of that kind of like energy that's going on at the moment. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Swords here, or the 10 of Birds. We've got the 6 of Wands, which is the 6 of Embers. I like the way that goes together. That's really nice. Beautiful. Fire and ice. Love that. And then we've got the 2 of Lotuses. Interesting. Particularly because we had the Lovers yesterday. So what I see here is that because something didn't work out, there's a massive success. Well, not massive. There's a big success from it. And it caused you a lot of pain that this thing didn't work out. It could be, not only could it be a relationship, like a romantic relationship, it could also be a friendship. Like, say, for example, you've had many friendships, or you've had friendships that you had this year and they just haven't worked out in the way that you wanted them to this year, or they may have broken this year. It's a successful endeavor. It's necessary to happen. The vultures had to come and they had to take away all of the kind of rubbish that was around it. And now they have decided to clear that all away so that you will have room for something new. I feel like I want another card. 4 of Embers. Wow. Yep. So whoever left your life in 2022, my friends, not to be too blunt, but it's kind of good riddance to them. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that in the respect of like being mean. I mean that in the respect of like that their energetic imprint, you both weren't serving each other, okay? Not just that they weren't serving you and you weren't serving them. Sorry, that they weren't serving you, and let's all be one-sided. We're talking about both of you. Yeah, right? We're talking about how the both of you both didn't serve each other. It didn't work out. It didn't happen. But now, and you weren't like, to become happier and more successful, there's 4 and the 6 together with these two. I just think that that's really crazy. You've got one of the saddest cards in the deck, and then you've got 2 of the happiest cards in the deck, which is pretty incredible. So this says to me that what's gone is definitely in your favor. Definitely. Wow, the solstice is marking that for sure. And what's really interesting is that here we go. We've got like, you know, these are of light. These are of fire. And obviously, you know, lotus is darkness. But it's interesting, it's cups. But with the lotuses come up from mud. So the mud would be at the top, you know? They would be at the top. Same here, like you've got the dark sky here. But then slowly you've got some light that's starting to kind of come through. And I don't know, you know, vultures for me are very special birds. They're very, very auspicious birds because they eat things that are dead. So they wouldn't be there unless this thing was already, you know, it had to go, you know. So I think, and you're on your way to doing something, having something really beautiful here with this gorgeous kind of like, I don't know if it's water or if it's a table. I don't know what it is, but like it just looks like a nice place. It looks like an altar, to be fair. So it's almost like you're recovering the sanctity of yourself. Beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see what other information. The Knight, triumph over adversity, and it is reversed. So that says to me that maybe it didn't work out, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you couldn't triumph over adversity in this situation. So what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You've got the 6 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Embers and the 4 of Embers, which means there was something. There was a bigger reward here. It wasn't just about triumphing over adversity. It was more about you being able to see what this failure brought. What you not getting this thing brought. That's far more interesting. I'm going to take this one. Okay, I'll take these 2. So we've got Sextile and Pluto reversed. Yeah, definitely. So there was something that wasn't allowed to regenerate. I don't know. It seems like this person, whoever it was, or you, whoever it was, there was just an opportunity to transform and somebody just didn't take it. Somebody didn't take it, and there was a lot of sadness around that with that 10 of birds there. A lot of sadness. And I don't know, to be honest with you, the people that I know that are going to be watching this are probably people that are looking to develop themselves through stuff. They're looking to evolve, change, understand themselves better by watching these readings. So I do think it might be the other person that's lost out, but that's just me being biased because I love you lot. I love you all. So anyway, let's have a look at what the... and then Sextile. Sextile is, you know, the ease of things. It also could be like contradictions, also a little bit of like, you know... things that are working out all right, and they kind of like help you along the way, but it's, I don't know, I also get the impression that it could have been something that you really thought that you wanted this, you really thought that you were up for this, you thought that it was something that was going to really help you, and there may have been only small wins, right? Because even with this 4 of Embers and the 6 of Embers, it's they're still minor arcana, even though they're still good and they're still stable energy. They're not the 10 of Cups. They're not like the Sun. You know what I mean? Well, let's forget the 10 of Cups. Well, they're not the Sun. You know, that's probably the best card that you can get in the respect of like true long-lasting happiness. Here you've got the stability. The 4, I personally think that the 4 is better than the 6. Because the 6 is slightly temporal, whereas the 4 is, to me, like the Sun card in its lower form. So the 4 is very good. And it's also stable. Whereas the 6 is a bit temporal. And we can see this from this kind of like image that's in the in the sky as opposed to in like an actual building. Not to say that, you know, obviously everything is vibration and all the rest of it, and it doesn't mean that these things are not happening, but these things are a lot more ephemeral than this. So there's a lot more stability here. It's almost, this is what actually it seems like. It seems like there was a belief in something that you thought was going to be long lasting. And also other people could see that it seemed like a success. But actually in the breaking up of this thing and this relationship or this partnership, whatever it was between two people, a more stable grounding has actually come into place. And what's really funny is I've just seen these, it's raining. And these are lightning bolts. And this has got like this mossy top. So you're actually creating some sense of stability. So for example, you could have been in a relationship that, you know, you felt like you were with the one, or you were with someone that you were totally in love with. Your knight, you felt like the person that was going to come and rescue you. But then it didn't work out because, like, you know, it was just temporal. It didn't work out. And actually, in the end, you've ended up like remembering your boundaries, your values, and remembering what it was that, you know, that caused you to get so hurt in the first place. So next time you're not going to be so, you know, reliant on just small wins. Instead of a sextile, you'd be looking at a conjunction or a stellium or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Sextile is just like, it's good, and it definitely helps you out. But it's the challenges that really make us who we are. And also if we're settling for less, that's the idea I get from it. It probably is, that's just my own interpretation, so don't come after me. But like astrologers, but like I'm just thinking that's my own interpretation of, you know, it's a small win. Is that what you're going to settle for? A small win? Because you deserve more. Much more. A violet spectrum. Interesting. Do I have any other cards? No, it's just these ones. So there's something very, very ethereal about it. Like this is like downloads from spirit telling you to wait out for something that's a lot more worth your time, energy, and effort. Beautiful, really beautiful. So my friends, big day today. I hope it all goes well today. Solstice blessings. I wish you all the best with today. It's a very, very powerful time. Yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the week. But otherwise, I'll see you in future readings. Thank you so much, my darlings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. See you soon. Bye. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the 22nd of December 2022. It is a Thursday and the day of Jupiter, and it's the day after the solstice. And there's a really lovely transit that's come into play. Venus in Capricorn is trining Uranus retrograding in Taurus. So it's almost like the blessings that have come into play, that you've been working hard for. They finally come to some kind of fruition today. You may see like an increase in your salary. You may have an unexpected present from someone. Something just interesting might come up. Interesting how we have the Eight of Embers that has just come up here. So yeah, there may be something that comes in quick, fast. You might not realize what it is, but it just comes in and you're like very, very pleased. It's almost like an affirmation that you're on the right path. So that might happen today. Just be aware of that. Awesome, good news. Interesting. Eight of Embers and the Two of Lotuses. So there definitely seems to be some kind of fortuitous, I think. Well, we'll see, actually. Let's have a look at what the cards have to say first before I get to a lot by the looks of things. Before I get too into it. Interesting. So the Page of Cups again. We had the Page of Cups, I think, at the beginning of the week. Sorry, the King of Cups reversed at the beginning of the week. And interesting how I said don't move in too soon. Okay. Be careful. There is someone that does look like they want to enter into something with you, but they may be a little bit unstable. They may also tend to work on you, it seems like. They may be wanting to see whether or not that this could be, it just could be an interesting situation where someone is trying to get you to get your approval, basically. And they're going to almost bombard you with things. So just be aware of that on this Thursday. Let's have a look at what these other cards have to say. 22nd of December. You got 2. Look at that. Love reversed. Love and true love and fidelity. It was reversed. And Earth. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. This looks to me like somebody who's love bombing. Now, love bombing can happen in a variety of different ways. You don't have to be in a relationship for it to happen, because that can also happen when people are just in, just a normal relationship. Not even a normal relationship, like a platonic relationship. And all of a sudden you're thinking, oh my God, this person is amazing. And they really kind of, they really, they really tick all the right boxes. So, and then all of a sudden you realise that there's something a little bit different to them than you originally thought. 5th house. So this person may appeal to the pleasure. They may satisfy you in a myriad of ways that might. It could be sexual. It could also be, somebody who's really fun, somebody who is kind of adhering to all of those kind of elements that make you feel like you're taken care of, that there's something playful, that there's something sensual, that there's something that maybe you didn't receive when you were in childhood. Now, when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like this element of play and fun, really, more than anything else. And with that Earth sign as well here, it just kind of says to me that this is encouraging you to kind of move forward in the respect that it's good for you to just remember, like, even if this person doesn't seem, or you know what it is as well, what it could be. It could be that there was this essence of being involved with somebody who wasn't able to manage their emotions. And you managed, and then because you realized that this person wasn't really the one for you, or wasn't someone that was a good idea to get involved with, even if it is like a work relationship or whatever, then you realize that you've moved on really quickly. Basically, all of a sudden someone else comes in that is able to make it look like, make you realize how right a relationship should be, like how right it can be between people, because you were kind of settling for something else. That's what could happen. But that's interesting because of the transit that's happening today in the respect of Venus in Capricorn trining Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Could be something very unexpected, which is what the 8 of Wands is. It's that sense of, very, very changeable fire. But you have this kind of initiatory, like it seems like somebody wants to make it up to you, prove it to you that they are actually reliable. So that's what I see for the day. Any other messages? No, I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. If you liked it, please do like it. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, I'll see you on the next day. I'll see you on the 23rd if you're hanging around, or if you, or if you're tuning in day by day. See you soon. Bye. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the 23rd of December, the 23rd. Okay, so the new moon is in Capricorn today. So this whole week is about like initiating goals, closing out old patterns, old behaviors. We're actually starting to officially say goodbye to 2022 and start to welcome in 2023. So now is the time for you to start making your plans. Really make your plan for the next, say, 1, 3, 5 years, 10 years. See, you know, making plans and really capitalizing upon that gorgeous Capricornian energy is going to be really good for this week and also for today with this new moon energy. Using that time of darkness to kind of really plant the seeds in fertile soil. Wheel of Fortune. So let's see, the sun reversed. Well, I was talking about darkness, wasn't I? And the moon reversed. Interesting, both the sun and the moon reversed. So seems to me, sorry, my friends. My cards have little marks on them and I don't like that. Wow, so 3 major arcana to start off with. And also 2 of them reversed with the Wheel of Fortune upright. So it's telling me that there's definitely something that we can't see that's going on. Okay, whoa. 4 major arcana today. This is a time for taking action even though you don't know what's going on, basically. We've got Neptune, the Sun, Jupiter, and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon are reversed. When the Sun and the Moon are reversed, it's almost meaning that I'm getting the idea that there's like an opposite action going on. So it's almost like when the Sun is active, or when the Sun is out there, you'd be active, but the Sun seems to be muted, and the Moon, I don't know, to me is a little bit... There's something working in the shadows for sure, definitely. I always see the moon reversed as like a sense of one lying to themselves. So there's several different ways that this can be read. You're either in a situation where you are happy to a certain extent, but now is the time for you to be honest about whether or not this happiness can truly work, whether or not it truly is going to make you happy. Because there's no point in... there's not even no point. You can't continue. It's almost like you've seen how what the other perspective is. Such a strange hangman, but I love it. It's actually really good. Oh my God, I just realised it. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing, actually. Sorry. Anyway, so I do love this deck so much. So I think that with the you've seen things from a different perspective. So there isn't any point in you kind of settling back down to something that doesn't really make you happy. You have to take action to take things forward. And it's almost like that this thing has purposefully occurred for you to take action on it. That's what's going on. Interesting for the 23rd as well because of this new moon energy. So let's have a look at what the cards... Oh, we've already done tarot. So let's have a look at what these cards have to say. Okay. Wow, so we've got the Spider reversed, be meticulous and patient. There's something about you not being able to be. I think something might be forcing you to make a decision. Forcing you to do something that you might not want to do, but you have to do. Taurus reversed. Wow. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always get like bull in a china shop kind of energy, but I also get maybe somebody who's having to move and they don't want to, like coercion. Waxing gibbous. Something will be revealed after the stage of waxing gibbous has gone past, but it's almost like there's something that's going on that's causing you to or there's something that's happening under the radar. Do keep your eyes peeled today, right? Because I'm just a little bit wary of that. Even though we do have like a new moon, and that would signify like that kind of energy. I never really liked the moon reversed. It's never been one of my favorite cards to be reversed. So it just tells me of a warning. Just be careful about what's going on. And with this spider card, I do, it's about, I don't know, just be careful of any kind of erratic judgments or movements. Bull in a china shop, I get with Taurus reversed a little bit. So just be careful about what's happening. But that's what I'm getting, my loves. Do I have any other messages for today? No. It looks like you've got some good things going on today, like in the respect of what you can do. But just with this message, particularly with the major, you've got 4 majors here. This is external events. This is things outside of your control or things that are not directly within your control. So just take it easy. Take care. Keep your eyes peeled. Hope you enjoyed that reading, my friends. Have a lovely day today. And I'm going to move on to the 24th of December. So hang on if you want to listen to that. But otherwise, you take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Please do like, share and subscribe. And I am available for personal readings if you want to get in touch. Details are in the description box below. All right then. Bye. Hello, my friends. So today is the 24th of December 2022. It is Christmas Eve for those that celebrate it, and I love Christmas Eve. I'm just a big fan of Christmas. I absolutely love it. I do also think Yule will be coming into play as well, or maybe that's tomorrow, but it is a Saturday, the day of Saturn, the day of Cassiel, Archangel Day, and also wearing, actually this is perfect Saturday. Can you see that? Can you see how the it's a bit better there, because I've been starting to use these cards quite a lot. It's coming off. There we go, there's a little bit there. But that kind of black holographic is very good for Saturdays. But we've got such a gorgeous transit today. Mercury in Capricorn, sextiling Neptune in Pisces. So wishing a happy Christmas or happy holidays to anybody who is in your professional. It's just good to share some love today. Wish people happy Christmas or happy holidays. Show them that you care. Even in a professional context, it'll be really well received. Also, if you share that sentiment with friends and family, they'll really appreciate that with you, and they'll really, it will go a long way. Communicate your feelings, communicate how you're wanting to express yourself in a loving way, which is really interesting with the Ace of Swords reversed. So yeah, there may be reluctance to do it today. Wow, the Bridge, which is the Moon reversed again. Interesting, we got the Moon reversed yesterday. We got the 10 of Swords, 10 of Birds reversed. We got the Ace, 8 of Birds reversed. Interesting, really interesting. I love how that almost joined on, almost. Okay. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of uncertain energy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, this time of year is usually quite difficult for many people. People either like to be on their own, and I'm not saying, and I totally understand, because sometimes families don't get together, they don't get on, they don't do these, sometimes it can be a very triggering time. So you just work within what you need to work with. Don't feel forced. But I don't know, there's a sense of liberation going on here that I'm sensing. And it's, we've got the sun, Jupiter, we've got the season of winter, and then we also have Pisces as well here. So there's just this essence of really, I think, and also it's very Gemini energy as well here. So it's absolutely about communication and about how we are really clear with our communication. And things may be thawing out, That's why when we've got this kind of sense of triggering points that can kind of anger us about other people that are around us, it can really stop us from kind of communicating and can you see I'm finding it quite hard to talk, communicating in a way that is congruent with everybody's values and needs at the time. It's really hard. It's so interesting that I was finding it quite difficult as well. But yeah. So let's have a look at what... Okay, so we've got first house and it's reversed. So, I mean, of course, the house of self. And whenever you've got like difficult situations at family, with family or with home, of course, that's going to come back to the first house, to the idea of self, It may be like a big impact within well, it does. Usually when there is like those kind of issues, there may be a tendency, I'm not saying that that's the way all the time, but there may be a tendency to look at or to have a warped sense of self. You may not think of yourself as enough. You may have issues with, self and whether or not you have worthiness. It can happen. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it can happen. I knew I forgot some other card. I did. Yesterday I didn't pull another card and I think we needed it, but never mind. Okay, so we've got two here. We've got the seer and then we've got seduction. So, sometimes like certain patterns can allow us to go into a certain sense of seduction. That's what I see. So it's almost like if you know that you're going to have a fight with someone, or somebody's going to trigger you, you kind of go into that space and it's so fast, you just fall into it like a trap. And that's what I kind of see here with this passion and romance awaiting. It's not so much with the passion and romance, it's more to do with the seduction. Because sometimes we can get seduced into a situation that we already know how it's going to end, how we just get lulled into the situation. But following your intuition, this seer card. So what I'm seeing here is that there's a triggering situation that could happen because there's an inability to be able to communicate efficiently, properly. But there is a chance to be able to rise above this. So say, for example, this is just for example, say you go into a situation where you're with caregivers or with your parents or whatever, and they trigger you. They trigger you massively. Now you've got several options of how to respond in this. You've got the option of whether or not to realize that this is a personal attack or is this just the way that they are, and then you've got a choice whether or not to be bonded by that. Following yourself, the seer, I'm seeing premonitions here, and rather than following the seduction of going back into the space where you're seeing yourself as maybe a possible victim, which happens, it's part of it. Because if we are in a space where we believe that we, have been treated badly or treated unfairly by people that are around us, there's that thing of I can't believe that they've done that to me again. I can't believe that they've talked to me like that again. But obviously that's something that just happens because that's the way that the pattern has been the whole time, the whole kind of, how you've been. Do you know what I mean? How it's always been. So nothing's going to really change unless you change, which I know is a real hassle sometimes, but hey, it's one of the things that we just have to work through. And you've got serenity here as well. So that says to me that, it's all about you keeping the peace for yourself, right? And then you can move on. But it might be quite challenging, particularly because, it was supposed to be a day of when I looked at the astrology, it's, with that transit, It's the thing of, you know, you communicating with others and showing your love. But sometimes when you do that and it's not well received, it's not very nice. So what do you do? What do you do? And that's where you employ serenity and see and choose how you will react. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Interesting reading for today. If you liked it, please do like it. Please do subscribe for more videos. And if you want to get in touch for a private reading, I am available. Details are in the description box below. But otherwise, stay tuned for the 25th, Christmas Day. And I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Hello my friends, and welcome to today's tarot reading. Today is the 25th of December 2022. It is a Sunday, the day of pure potentiality, and also it is Christmas Day. I can't believe it, Christmas Day already of 2022. How this year has gone by, and I'm just wishing you all a very, very Merry Christmas for all of you who celebrate it. I do really enjoy today. I love it. I love it. I hope you're having lots of nice food, and you're keeping warm. And if you're having one of those kind of rare days off, enjoy your day off. Enjoy your day of rest, and sending you lots of love. No major transits today. The moon is in Aquarius. Let's see what the cards have to say though. Wow. Interesting. The moon has come up reversed like every day. So something is hidden, my friends. Something is bubbling under the surface, and interesting for a day like today. Three of Wands, and we've also got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. So what I'm getting here is a lot of fire energy kind of trying to combat the moon. Somebody is trying to act with a sense of integrity, but they're finding it quite difficult to do that because it seems like their intentions are not coming to fruition. And it may seem as if they're being dishonest, but they're actually not. It's just that the things that they've been trying to do, they didn't really pay attention to the things that they needed to do, that they needed to take care of. This person does have potential. They do have good intentions, but unfortunately it just seems that things just don't look that way. They really don't. What I would say in this situation is hold back. Just take some time. You know, the 25th of December for me is always a day where you just chill out. You don't do too much, and just, you know, this kind of thing says to me that if you make plans, right, more than likely they won't work out, which is a bit disconcerting considering it is for Christmas. And if you have made plans with loved ones or whatever. But what I would say is that don't have too many expectations on stuff. Because somebody who may think that they want to kind of, that they want to do something and then it doesn't work out, you know, I wouldn't give them too much of a hard time about it, because you might not know what the full story of what's going on. They might have some kind of they might not be saying everything that's really going on underneath them. Interesting. I don't think it's that King of Cups. It's not that King of Cups. King of Cups is upright. This could be someone who is working against the King of Cups. I think, yeah, I think that makes sense. Because it seems to me, out of this, right, that what I said in the respect of things like this person trying to, they may not have checked everything. They may not have checked, like, so it, what I can see here is that there may have been something that went on, that may have been some kind of business deal or something that they did. Maybe they cut corners and didn't do the work, didn't, you know, dot all the I's and cross all the T's, just sent off the form. And the form didn't get accepted. But there may be something else. people may not be wanting to accept that this person is reliable. They may suspect that they're not reliable, but actually they're okay. But let's just say that their intentions are good, right? The intentions are good, but unfortunately it's not, the results are not, they're not coming to fruition. Use your intuition with this person. This could be you as well, you know what I mean? Like, you could be like trying to do something and then it's just not working out. And then you're like, oh God, I keep on trying all these things and they're just not working out. And it's because it may not, I don't think it's the right time. And I also think that there are things that are working against you. And also there may be something that you're not paying attention to. Third house, Gemini, communication. And also connections. Yeah, there's definitely something that's not just, I wouldn't even say as legit, because we don't have justice here or any kind of law cards. But I just think that you really need to heed this week, because I think this week mistakes can get made. The moon reversed has come up so many times this week. And I think that that's a warning sign to me, to say that you have to just watch out what you're saying to people, how you're put across, how you're perceived. Because I don't think that there is any kind of malicious intent here. I just feel that you may try to work on something and people just don't want to see that. People would rather see the bad. They'd rather see that. They'd rather want, that's it, okay. They'd rather see you coming across as somebody who's bad, because then they can look good. That's what it's about. Because if you're coming across as like a mature, sensible person, and then the other person is still very angry with the situation and not coming across in that way, they want to make you rise to the situation. So they're going to try everything they can to do to like sabotage you, to provoke you. And that's why that dagger is here, because they're trying to poke you. But you are just above that, because you're the King of Wands. So keep your vibration high, my loves. Keep your vibration high. Interesting. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, my friends. That's the week's readings. If you did like this, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. I also do picker cards, so please do go and check those out. They're all timeless. But otherwise, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate that. It really helps me to keep the channel going. Please do like, subscribe, and if you haven't hit the bell icon, do hit the bell icon so you'll know as and when I will upload. But as for now, you take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas if you celebrate, or happy holidays, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.